Students begin studying for bar bat mitzvah, or begin preparing for it, really when they first enter a religious school. We don't believe in teaching to the test, so our children are studying, learning about Hebrew, learning about what it means to be Jewish from the moment they enter the school, some of them as early as kindergarten, and others early in their elementary school career. But when they come to the year or year and a half prior to their actual bar bat mitzvah ceremony, we have many special programs and special tracks to help them be ready for that day. I meet with the families and with the students. We talk about the meaning of bar and bat mitzvah in their lives. There is a 6th grade family education program in which we spend a lot of time discussing what bar and bat mitzvah means to families, not just to individuals, because it really isn't all about the child. It's much more about the family and about becoming part of a community. We study with the kids in many different ways: private lessons, group lessons through the religious school. Our students attend services more intensively during the bar bat mitzvah year, and they also do a personal mitzvah project. And I have to say that although I love the fact that our kids can go anywhere in the world and participate in a religious service after their bar bat mitzvah because they are so well prepared, the most important thing to me is that they feel connected to the Jewish community, and even more than that, they feel an obligation to help make the world a better place. I believe that the most crucial aspect of being an adult Jew is understanding that we are each responsible to leave the world as a better place than the way we found it.
Our students start preparing for bar and bat mitzvah as soon as they start to learn Hebrew, regardless of when that age is. And although our religious school program is not strictly for bar and bat mitzvah, it certainly begins that process. And then about a year before their bar and bat mitzvah dates, they start study for bar mitzvah that is really purposefully for bar and bat mitzvah. They begin with a 10-week prayer class and then a 10-week trope class. During the prayer class, they learn the core prayers that they've been working on reading for so long in religious school, and now add the music to them and make sure that they're bima ready. It's one thing to be able to read Hebrew and to read a prayer. It's another to be able to lead a congregation of friends and family and make it feel like you know what you're doing, you know what you're saying, and that you believe it all. And then they move to a trope class. Trope is the system by which we chant any part of the Bible. This trope class is for Torah trope, because our students chant 4 aliyot of Torah, and we want them to make sure that they start with the basics of how it's done. Some of our kids go on to chant all of their Torah portion by using that skill. Some of them need the help of a recording. But either way, they've learned the basics part of that tradition, and that will make sure that it lives on to the future. And then they move into private lessons with one of our tutors towards honing all of those skills, completing their Torah portions, moving on to Haftarah, and then Bima rehearsals, and they're ready.